'Tis the season, the most wonderful time of the year. Celebration with friends and family. It's time to pay tribute to this jolly month. So join us as we get into the Christmas spirit. You've heard of Elf on the Shelf, but this is Venom on the Shelf.
Now, Rob, this film is my #1 tied with Nightmare Before Christmas. So none of these guest-ass paradiso bollocks. If you say anything bad about this film, I'm going to give you a right bloody good punch on the bottom.
That's alright, PT. I was once punched in the bottom and got sent to hospital very injured. But while I was there, I met a lovely nurse. And now we have a family together and a dog, so it all worked out in the end.
Is that true, Rob?
Not at all, sir.
Bugger ye off.
Written by Richard Curtis, who claimed he was inspired to write this film after seeing an Agatha Christie adaptation that left him and his family feeling completely miserable, so he wanted to cheer himself up. He was then determined to make something happier for that Christmas.
It's terrible, sir.
It was also inspired by the book of 1001 Nights, and it was Lenny Henry who pitched the idea of a genie in modern-day England on Christmas to Curtis himself, although he also wanted the genie to be more black and talk a lot more gangster-like. Though the film isn't that known, Alan Cumming...
His name's Alan.
I'm very sorry.
won the TV Newcomer Award that year. It was also this film that inspired Richard Curtis to go on to make the classic film 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
This was only a TV movie, but it proved that films on a TV budget would actually lead to a theatrical quality movie, leading to the aforementioned classic.
It's too bad in the intro you can see the cameraman's hand. I mean nothing. No. This film is brilliant. So let's just ignore that bit.
I have to say, the movie starts with a knife-throwing joke and it's so dark, but fucking hilarious. What a way to start your TV movie. And then we skip to... oh, only 2,000 years later. I do love how we get a dark demonic opening with a wizard putting Lenny into a lamp, and then we just fast forward to the happiest music ever.
And we're introduced to Bernard Bottle.
Did you get it? Did you get it? His name's Bottle, and he's gonna get a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub him the right way.
Not a very nice message.
A successful art dealer who's just earned his company £50 million.
And his boss is Blackadder himself. Seriously, he even looks like him, to the point there's a fan theory that he's the character's actual descendant. But why does the genie talk in modern day English while Mr. Bean clearly talks in Old English?
Enter ye, enter ye. Sit ye, sit ye. Take ye, take ye. Boast ye, boast ye.
Weirdly, he only called Bernard by his last name as well. He's just made them £50 million. I think that's worth being on first name terms.
It is pretty funny how they have all of this soppy music building up this meeting only for...
You're fired.
The thing is, whenever Mr. Bean finishes all of his lies about Bernard, Alan Cumming's reaction is genuinely heartbreaking. He plays the part so perfectly. When he's sad, you feel it. When he's happy, you feel happy for him.
Thank you, sir.
Blackadder is the most cartoonishly exaggerated evil villain in history. It's hilarious. He's such an evil bastard. It's hilarious how Bernard leaves the place and everyone starts taking away his things, even his clothes.
Look at this. The company's terrible. Then we meet this fella, Keppel. He operates the lift and... Go on, Robbie. Say it.
No.
Go on, say it.
I don't want to.
Say it.
He's hilarious.
I used to work for this big oil firm. I discovered the formula for a new kind of petrol. Cleaner, cheaper, more efficient, kinder to the environment. Handed it in, the next day they fired me. I never saw a penny of the profits.
Is that true, Keppel?
No, sir, it's not.
Not true.
No, sir, it's a total lie, sir. I thought it might cheer you up.
Don't you worry, sir. I had a friend who had both his legs broken off and he was up and walking around in a fortnight.
Is that true, Keppel?
Not exactly, sir. You see, this is in fact the 4th time I have won the £3 million prize. I was once arrested for murder and sentenced to death by hanging.
Is that right, Keppel?
Oh, yes.
The thing is, Rob, that any time that you see Keppel, you know it's going to be the same joke. But it's funny. every single time.
But in this one, Bernard can't even be bothered to set up the punchline, which makes it even funnier. I just love how everything he says makes no sense. It's just complete nonsense, but it's genius, it's hilarious.
But what else could possibly go wrong in his life? It turns out he's even lost his girlfriend to his best friend, and she even brags about his dick to him.
Because he's so good in bed.
What's next? Is Mum gonna get hit by a bus?
Is a pigeon gonna shit on him? The tragic thing is, he gets a call, and you can see that when he answers the phone, there's so much hope in his voice that she wants to have a chat and sort things out. But she just wants her stuff back so she can settle in with a new boyfriend. Cheeky bitch. But Robbie, I love this song. It's Lonely This Christmas by Mud. This scene makes my heart truly bleed for Bernard. She's taken everything. She's left the fish food, but she took the fucking fish. Can we wish death on this bitch?
Don't you use that language with me, young man!
What? English?
Yeah, I know.
And that's when we get our first glimpse of Lenny Henry as the genie. Robbie, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go out on a limb here, but he's the best genie ever. Sorry, Robin Williams, Lenny's got this.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
How you gonna do that, knobhead?
Robin's better.
Lenny!
At first, he looks like something out of a damn horror movie. And yeah, the editing is so cheesy now. It looks so dated, but it kind of adds to the charm as the genie tries to butcher the man. But it's even funnier because he's saying all these nice things, but he says it so aggressively.
Your wish is my command. Now, beware, old short one. You smell of peppermint and it is time to die.
Then I wish you'd stop trying to kill me.
Damn.
Throughout the film, he makes so many wishes, and it's never really specified how many he gets to make, so fuck it, I guess it's unlimited.
But some of the comedy really hasn't aged very well.
And how do lads transvestites get inside lamps these days?
I think he may have been Scottish.
No, Petey, we can't say that anymore.
Why?
They're not allowed to be transvestites.
Have you just injected LSD into my bottom?
What? Seriously? That's his first thought?
I mean, maybe he was French. We know what the French are like.
Ooh. Hollowing out fish fingers and poking dog shit in the middle.
You get me every time with that one.
Oh. But they really do have fun with the comedy with these wishes.
Wish my mum could see me now.
Hello, Bernard.
Although, there are some plot holes.
Oh! Have they got a plot this year?
How's old Caesar?
Caesar?
Yes, the emperor.
Well, you see, he's dead.
No, what happened?
Funny line, but later on we find out that he actually knew Jesus and didn't believe him when he told him that he had all of these superpowers.
Jesus, you say?
Yes?
But I knew this guy.
But Caesar died in 44 BC, so how could he know about Jesus being born and know Jesus personally after his miracles, but not know about Caesar's death?
Well, he turned out to be the son of God.
No, I thought he was kidding.
Stop being Rob, this film is brilliant!
You did it with earnest.
This guy who's depressed because he's lost everything. He's lost 2,000 years of his life, lost his entire family and bloodline. He has nothing left, and still he takes the piss out of Bernard.
Can't he just wish him to stop?
Shut the fuck up.
I have to admit, it is quite sad as the genie is depressed, and that's how the two bond. Bernard finally has someone to talk to, and it is quite a sweet relationship. But then we apparently enter an ad for McDonald's. And just in case you forgot that Rowan Atkinson was the over-the-top bad guy, he even asks these ladies for their opinion on him firing Bernard, just to immediately sack them. I love it.
I was joking about the Christmas bonus.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You weren't getting one anyway.
And he even plans a damn heist on Bernard's flat.
For a start, let's brighten up this flat a bit.
But he didn't say, I wish for anything here. And what, are we supposed to believe that the genie now knows interior decoration?
Aha!
No.
That's a plot hole.
No.
Counts.
No.
This movie's shit. The genie also takes way too long to ask about the meaning of Christmas as well. Wouldn't that be his first question?
Okay, I wish I had the Mona Lisa on that wall.
So now we're just one wish away from Master Criminal?
The only thing is that after all that business at work, I don't actually have any transport.
Huntsmans, here we come!
So wait, did he wish for the magic carpet?
Why didn't he just wish for a car?
Did the genie just happen to have a magic carpet?
I mean, Bernard's clearly afraid of flying on the carpet. Just wish for a car.
Were flying carpets round in the genie's time?
Why didn't he just wish for a car? The effects are so dated, but it's the 90s and on a TV movie's budget, so it's fine. It's just a lot of fun.
We get more product placement, but I do love this scene. I really like seeing the genie seeing everything for the first time in wonder and amazement of it all. We kind of take for granted everything we see, and we can't really have our eyes seeing things for the first time ever again.
Now, I must admit, it is charming to see the genie experience the present day, and for Bernard to finally have a decent friend. The movie has a lot of heart and is really wholesome and charming. And Lenny Henry really did drink all of these milkshakes at once, and he did it in one take.
Get him, Arnie! He's an alien and he's killing absolutely everyone!
They're not aliens.
Yeah, but he wouldn't know that. How's he supposed to know what a robot is?
How is he supposed to know what an alien is? But seeing him go absolutely nuts over ice cream is pretty funny.
There's a really funny moment where she mentions her hot pants and the genie takes it literally. There's so many possibilities for him to get things wrong because he doesn't understand what these things actually are.
No, somebody like that would never fancy me.
Cheer up, Bernard, man. You're already doing better than me. Look, you've got a genie, for fuck's sake. I've got nothing.
Cheer up, Petey. There's loads of ugly birds in the world. One of them's bound to do it with you eventually. But yeah, nobody notices him changing into a completely different person in a public cafe.
You know, Rob, it's great how he enters the flat the exact same way, the same movements and everything as when he did when it was the genie. Move for move, shot for shot. It is amazing.
I just love how the cops broke into his house with a warrant with his boss, but they blame him for attacking them. I mean, Mr. Bean even admits to breaking in and they don't even react.
And somehow, he, for some reason, uses a sword to attack the cop. And we later find out that he dies.
How? How did this kill a man? He attempts to wish it all away, but the genie is too busy elsewhere watching Infinity War or something. There's a really funny montage of Bernard trying to call the genie, but he doesn't understand how phones work, so he just keeps disconnecting it, and this is hilarious.
I honestly howl laughing every time. Lenny Henry is just perfect as the genie.
And I was going to question how he has so many attempts at this if he's only allowed one phone call, but their explanation is fucking brilliant.
We're dealing with highly trained villains, sir. The first 5 times there's no reply. Then twice the phone's picked up but put down straight away. Textbook stuff.
I do think they try way too hard with the genie attempting to be funny, and sometimes it is a bit cringy.
Love the uniform. Kinky.
How would the genie know what being kinky is?
Don't try and be funny.
Tasty.
Really?
So Bernard gets depressed, but, I mean, the genie is there. Just wish yourself out of prison.
No, instead he... What the fuck? Rewinds time? What exactly is the power of this guy? He can do anything.
I think we owe these people an apology. Mr. Bottle and, Mr. Smartass.
Okay, this movie is great.
Hell yeah.
Ernest is better. And then just as they're getting out, the genie insults all the cops and then gets rid of it anyway. God damn it, this film is a lot of fun. But what's stopping Mr. Bean from just breaking into his house again?
There's another montage of the genie getting things wrong, and it's amazing. Lenny's work is perfect. More people need to see this movie.
It does have a lot of charm as Christmas music plays as he tries to get his life together again. There is a really random and forced message at the end about how Jesus would have never wanted his birth to be about commercialism, so they decided to change it. It's just really randomly squeezed in at the end though. It doesn't seem like it fits.
Let's make some wishes for Big J his way.
You're the boss. Let's do it.
But Bernard didn't wish for anything.
We get a montage of them granting wishes to children and...
Wait, is that Gary Lineker?
You bet your arse it is.
Don't you be talking about my bottom, young man. I'm so tightly clenched.
When? When was this?
No need for that.
This honestly is a beautiful, wholesome scene, showing how caring Bernard and the genie actually are. They have the opportunity to do anything in this world. They could possibly do literally anything, and they use their time to grant children's wishes so they can have a happy Christmas. It's beautiful. They also caused Blackadder to lose all his money, and Rowan's acting is great. You can see he's giving a fake happy speech, but deep down he's angry, he's upset. You can just see that he's ready to burst into tears.
I'm as happy as Michelle Pfeiffer's underpants.
I must admit, it is so sad when the genie wants to go back home and leave Bernard all alone. Even if he says he wants to go back to his fiancée.
It's my fiancée.
But then he says that he wants to cheat on her.
I could snog every babe in a yashmak from Mount Hebron to the Red Sea.
Well, I could be filling in for him.
This scene is beautiful and heartbreaking. It still gives me goosebumps. As a child, I wasn't mature enough to understand this, but as an adult, it's so emotional. Bernard's life is back on track. He's got nearly everything his heart could desire, but the genie's now lonely. He misses his family and his loved ones. He even admits it's hard for him to ask because he loves Bernard so much, but he doesn't have anyone. It's truly an emotional scene.
Alright, for its budget, this green screen is actually pretty good, even with some dark humour.
Tell me, why there no tall buildings in Beirut?
But then the genie leaves after hooking Bernard up with a new lady. I'm not crying, you're crying. Poor Bernard. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I got something in my eye.
Oh, someone's chopping onions.
What makes this scene even more heartbreaking is that Bernard accidentally wishes him away before he can properly finish saying his goodbyes, and then it really hits him. He's just lost his best friend. And then we have the genie returning to his time. What? With a fucking toaster?
Wouldn't this mess up the entire future? Because now, technically, isn't he the inventor of the toaster?
Actually, it wouldn't work. There's no electric. So, you know, why is the wizard so impressed? He's stroking his beard and everything at the thought of this thick sliced toaster. He's got no idea what it is. There's no electric.
This movie is awesome.
You fucking well hit the clip right on the nail there, you cunting bastard.
It is so much fun. It's short but hilarious, like P.T.'s penis size. The comedy is great, but it also has a lot of heart and charm. The relationship between the two is so wholesome, and it's a really sweet story to share for Christmas.
I love this film, and it still holds up to this day. It still remains tied as my #1 favourite movie. It's funny, but it's emotional. I love Alan as Bernie, Lenny as the genie, Roman as the villain. It's beautifully, everything's perfect. Okay, it has some plot holes, but every film has a plot hole, and it's not enough to distract you from enjoying this movie. I watch it every year at Christmas, and I will continue to do so. So, Rob. About these, plot holes.
It's like every year!
Where the fuck did he go?